Hello there, happy Thursday, December 2nd, 2021, and the second day of Vlogmas. Day 2, so many more to go. Yes. Hello there, my name is Emily Person and I am a third year teacher in Dallas, Texas, and I teach second grade boys. So much fun. Today is off to an amazing start. We have a birthday in class today and that student brought donuts. So I was a little sneaky and gave them their donuts 10 minutes before specials so that way they could run off all of their energy in gym class and I didn't have to deal with them all sugared up and try to teach them how to read. So far we've had pretty good behavior, which is always great at the end of the week when all of our patience is running thin. And I have discovered a new thing that my students are in love with. So I can't take credit for this. I heard it from another teacher vlogger. She lets her students during breakfast in the morning, they have silent breakfast for 5 minutes and they watch those oddly satisfying videos, so like where they're cutting soap or like making, what do they make? Oh, like slime and things, just oddly satisfying videos. Pick a compilation of those for 5 minutes. The kids are mesmerized. We did that for our mindfulness today. The room was silent. So from now on, that's gonna be my brain breaks because the kids love it. And we're probably gonna do it again for quiet time after they come back from specials. So today is going to be an incredible day. It is, I don't want to say a shorter day for me, but my instruction will be a little bit shorter today because I'm running the campus spelling bee. So I have already prepared certificates. I have prepared goodie bags. Now I just got to run the event, which is going to be a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to, at 1:45 today, going to split up. No, I'm either gonna split up my class or I'm gonna have somebody come and watch my students. But at 1:45, I'm gonna go set up in our library. I'm gonna get some good filming situations there. So I'm gonna film all of that and then have the kids come down. I'm a little nervous that they're gonna ask me like word origin or to like use it in a sentence. Just spell the word. But it's gonna be really fun. And then once I have my 2 winners, then I'll get to take those friends to our district B. But it's been, like I said, a really good day. We've done a lot of really good things. So anyway, there's that. I'm sure I'll check in later. It is a Thursday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will have lunch bunch with my students. It's a big ordeal. I can't miss a lunch bunch day. We spin on the wheel of names. We spin 4 names and those 4 people get to pick a buddy. So 8 friends get to eat lunch in the classroom and it's one of their favorite activities. So that is today. So I will probably not record during my lunch, but I will record for the spelling bee. So yeah, I'll check back in later. Okay, so I always forget to film what it is that I'm doing. I'm currently in our campus library and I am setting up all of the chairs and the tables for our spelling bee. So exciting. I want to time lapse myself, but there's going to be a lot of other people in here, so I'm probably not going to do that. Hello there, it is after school and it was an incredible day. The spelling bee went so phenomenally well and I have to be so thankful and give kudos where kudos are due. One of my assistant principals is a really great friend of mine and she helped me out so much. She was able to find coverage for my class so I could set up the library and make it look amazing, and it was just absolutely wonderful. And the boys had such great sportsmanship and were so awesome with one another that we're going to do another one in the spring, and they got so excited. So anyway, I will say that some of them were super competitive and came up to me at the end and were like, well, I did say the double R in referral, or
they said, you gave the 5th graders easy words and you gave us hard words. And I was like, I'm so sorry, it was at random, but we're gonna do it again. So now I can take the 2 names of the 1st and 2nd place winners, and they're gonna go on to the District B. So this whole spelling bee coordinator thing has been a lot of fun. I have not filmed hardly anything today, partially because of that meeting that I didn't know that I was supposed to be in, or I forgot that I was supposed to be in. I knew I was supposed to be there, I just forgot about it. And the lunch bunch. So my plan is to film kind of just 10 things to get to know me for this vlog, and then do some things around the apartment and then edit it and get it uploaded. I had a positive response from my first video, so I'm hoping that this one is the same, and it's kind of fun to document along this journey. I will say that getting on Instagram stories and talking every day has definitely helped me have a decent camera presence, I guess, or to feel comfortable in front of the camera. So if you are like me, which I'm sure there are more of me out there that are just terrified to even start YouTube in the first place, start small and start on Instagram stories. Okay, so there is that. We're gonna head on home.
Hello, it is 5:11 and I got home about 10 minutes ago. So for reference, I left work at about 4:20, so I have quite the commute home. It can vary anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, just depending on traffic and if there was an accident. But to pass the time in the car, I have really great playlists. I listen to audiobooks and podcasts and do all the things. So now that I'm home, I just didn't get to film as much as I wanted to today, and that's okay. I know that's probably gonna happen a lot, but I thought that this would be a great time to just give you 10 fun facts about me that you may or may not know, probably don't know about me. So let's do it. The first one is that I actually did not go to college to become a teacher. I originally went to school and majored in biomedical science to become a doctor, but I took the MCAT and I did some math and I really thought about it, and I just did not think that medical school was the career for me. So I went into teaching instead, and originally I wanted to be a secondary sped science teacher. Well, God had other plans, and I ended up moving to Texas and did their alternative certification program and did not pass the science test. And so I was forced to take the early childhood test and wound up passing that. And honestly, I'm so thankful, because I don't think that I would have been cut out for middle school or high school here. So that leads me to my next one. I moved to Texas to teach, but originally I was born and raised in Wichita, Kansas, so smack dab in the middle of the US. There is not a whole lot there, but it is home and I love it, and that is why. Number 3, my favorite flower is a sunflower, and that's only because 1, I'm from Kansas, but 2, they are yellow, and yellow is just such a fun and happy color. And it is my favorite color, but that's not my 4th fun fact. My 4th fun fact is that I actually hate it when my socks match. I know that sounds really strange, but for the longest time in elementary, middle, and high school, I was like the queen of mismatched socks. And I think it's a lot of fun when socks don't match. I think it just gives you more character and more personality. And I have some rules though. They can't be different textures of socks. They have to be the same texture. They have to be the same thickness. So I just like to mix and match, with fun things. And I can't do like polka dots and stripes, I have to have like small polka dots or big polka dots. Like there has to be some, enough variety, but also look, consistent. And then today doesn't count because it was holiday sock day, so my socks had to match, and it was a little painful to make them match. A really fun one is that I was a Boy Scout for 3 years, and yes, you heard that correctly. I was a Boy Scout, not a Girl Scout. So I was also an EMT at age 18. So because of that, in high school, I joined something called an Explorer Post, and an Explorer Post is kind of an extension of the Boy Scouts, if you will. And in that, those can be co-ed. Well, I was in one for emergency medical services, and it helped me get my EMT certification, and I was able to go to Boy Scout camps and be their medic. But in order to be their medic, you have to be a registered scout, so that way it's scouts treating scouts. So that is why I was a Boy Scout for 3 years, and actually, I was the president for 2 of those. So it's always fun to say, and it always trips people up when I'm like, wait, you were a Boy Scout? So I think that was 4 and 5. I was a Boy Scout and I was an EMT at age 18. So there's 2. The math might not add up on this, but that's okay. My all-time favorite subject to teach is reading. Is this number 7? We're going to say this is number 7. Number 7 is that my favorite subject of all time to teach is reading. I love being a self-contained teacher, and I always have told my principals that I'm only ever going to be self-contained. Like, if you're going to move me, that's fine, but I have to be self-contained. Reading is my favorite subject to teach because seeing a child's eyes light up whenever they can finally decode words for the first time is absolutely amazing. It's also amazing when they have figured out like what level of book they're on, and they flip it over and they're like, oh my goodness, I leveled up in my reading. I just love to see the joy that children get when they learn how to read, and that's why it's my favorite. And you can see so much growth in reading, and I think for me, because I'm not, the greatest at math, that it's just not my favorite to teach. But reading, it's perfect. Absolutely love it. My favorite drink of all time is coffee. If you ask me what I want to drink, typically it's going to be a coffee. And this is number 8, by the way. I typically drink my coffee black, but I have now started to love the sugar cookie almond milk latte from Starbucks. So that's been really dangerous because that's just full of sugar. But typically I like it black, but occasionally I do love to have, creamer in my coffee or specialty coffees from Starbucks. And then I hope this is number 10. It might not be number 10. It could be number 7 or number 9. Who knows? But my last one is that in my free time, I love to do 2 things. 1, I love to read. And 2, I love to play Animal Crossing on my Nintendo Switch. I tell my students that, and they're like, oh my goodness, Miss Person, you have a Nintendo Switch. They think I'm so cool. But yes, Animal Crossing is one of my favorite things to do. I love making my island. It's a nice little escape from my reality. So there you have it. There are some fun facts about me that you probably didn't know. Tell me down below what surprised you. Tell me the answers to these questions for you. I'd love to know and get to know you all better. But thank you so much for sticking around and coming with me on this journey, because it's going to be a long one, but I'm feeling it's going to be worth it. I've already stuck to it this long, now I just got to keep going. So anyway, have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Fry Yay, as we say in my world. Which reminds me, one last question. What are you saying yay about today? For me, I'm saying yay about conducting my first spelling bee. It was terrifying. It was nerve-wracking. It was stressful, but we did it, and we're going to do it again in 3 months. So pray for me, y'all. That is the end of this vlog, and I will see you in tomorrow's. Bye, friends.